Well, I'm JD. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and please hit like. And I've got an Omega grade CCCP, and I'm told by a gentleman named Mark that this is a very high grade pocket watch. He said he sees them on sale occasionally up in Canada for upward to $1,600. So this is a very high-end pocket watch. And it turned out that the ratchet wheel on the barrel is actually part of that bridge. So you can't pop it off. So I'm very glad I didn't force anything. I learned that when I was in the Army. It's right tool for the right job and don't force the parts. So I don't force the parts in watchmaking because everything should work smoothly. So I just have to remove the gears here and clean the watch up. I'm going to be manually cleaning this only because I don't want to bring it through a watch cleaning machine because of the level of grade this thing is. Even though my Pearl watch cleaning machine is a pretty good one, I want to clean this watch manually, and basically I'm doing it by hand. I do use lighter fluid to clean the watch, so I put a mask on when I'm using the lighter fluid. I've done this for years, and I've been told by old dudes from England, I think, that is the way they did it for many years, and it works really well. It's hand cleaning, and then I will oil the watch appropriately where it needs the oil. And I do have special oil I use for the pallet fork and the jewels in the pallet fork that I use. It's like a gel that helps the friction between the feet of the escapement wheel and the jewel in the pallet fork. So I use that oil, and I'll be showing you that oil maybe. What else? I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to clean this watch and then assemble it and see how well it's going to do. So I guess the lesson here is when I tried to just take the ratchet wheel off the watch and it wouldn't move, I'm like, what is going on here? And I did not want to cause any damage to the ratchet wheel, so I backed off and I asked the watchmaking community, and Mark responded back nicely, and he actually sent me a picture of a similar arrangement with the barrel for the mainspring and the actual gear that's on the top, which is the ratchet wheel. And I think he was probably pretty happy I didn't start tugging on that thing, right? Because that would not have gone well. So anyway, so we're good. Now I just have to clean this watch up. I'm not going to bother videotaping me cleaning this watch. I think it's a waste of time. I've got so many videos on there of me cleaning the watch, but I might come back when it's reassembled and show you the end result. So there we go. So thanks for watching my channel, and I'll catch you a little later. Oh, and a last note, if you want me to do any work on your pocket watch, send me an email at jdwatchservice@gmail.com. jdwatchservice@gmail.com. It's actually at the very end of the video. You can see that. And so if you could, I've got a little bit of an opening after this watch. I don't have anything left on the bench. I've got a watch I need to try to fix again. It may be a lost cause. I'm not sure how to do it, but Murray would understand if Murray watches these videos. So I'm going to take another shot at that guy again, although I just can't figure out what to do. It's missing a pivot on the top, and it's a very old Fusee watch, and I'm not sure how to get that pivot on there, and I can't repivot it, and I can't restaff it, so I may be screwed. So anyway, so I've got some openings. So if you've got watch work for me to do, you're in the U.S., no problem. I've done tons of work for people in the U.S. I like doing watches that mean something to somebody. So if this is your great-grandfather's watch or your grandfather's watch or that sort of thing, this is what I like to do. If you just buy a watch on eBay that's broken and you send it to me to fix so you can sell it again, I am not interested. I'm doing this as a hobby. I'm doing this as enjoyment of being a horologist. I love the adventure of trying to fix certain things, and as you've seen in my many videos, I've tackled almost all watch problems as well as making parts on occasion. The only thing I can't do right now is make a gear, which someday I might be able to do, but I'll have to get someone to donate me their gear cutting machine. So if you want to donate to me your gear cutting machine, I'll take it. I'll even pay for the postage. So anyway, so thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you around the corner. Almost done. Screw hunting. Almost done. Again, almost done. Good results so far. God darn it, I'm almost done, except the crystal wants to come out. So that needs to be glued in. But what I do there is I remove it, clean the edge, and then get my crystal glue out. I use GS Hypo Cement. So if you're having a hypo day, this is what you need to use. And what I do is I go around the rim with a screwdriver like this, just to catch anything that might be in there. This one looks very clean, actually. It does take a little bit of the metal off, but not a lot. There's a chunk of something there. And maybe this one's just snapped into place and was never glued. And once I've gone, sorry about blinding you with my head. You can read, just like Gorbachev, you can probably see the map of the US on my head. I should tape it there. Then I'll roll the Rodico, or scrape the Rodico around, just to make sure I've gotten rid of all the nonsense. My crystal is as crystally as it can get. You can clean that and get rid of the any inconsistencies with it, but just wipe it clean. Now when I install this, I don't mind pressing on the top of the crystal. I can see old glue on the crystal though, so I'm going to have to remove the old glue. The old glue, again, I find it's hardened, so I'm thinking just going around the circle with a screwdriver is going to get rid of the old glue. I could put it in a solvent of some sort, but it's pretty easily seen, and there's not a lot of it. Like, there's none all the way around. It looks like it was maybe glued in 2 spots, maybe. Yeah, there really is not a lot of old glue here. Wonder why. I do think this is a plastic crystal, but it just fits the ring around the rosy. So I'm going to just put the glue in here. I'll show you how I do that. I've got to use my fingers. I can't do this with a glove on. I don't know why, but I never have been able to do that with a glove. So when I start the glue, once it starts coming out, it starts coming out. And you don't need a lot of glue, so it kind of sticks to itself. I gotta stop it now and turn this slightly. And this will have a big ball of extra glue on it, so you want to get rid of the ball of extra glue when you start. And you're allowing the glue to harden just a bit as you're putting it in. You just let it harden just a tad. There we go. So that's all you need. And then try to get this back in without killing it. So I usually put it in a little way, and then I wipe it clean with the Watchmaker's paper. Of course, that didn't work because it got unstuck. So put it in a little way. Come on. There we go. Now I get some Watchmaker's paper and just wipe this bugger clean. And that just ensures I don't have this thing glued onto itself later on. There we go. And push that back in, and then you got it ready for next time. So now I've got this ready, and I think I will put a glove on. So I don't have any sticky, gummy hand issues on the crystal. So let me get a glove. This is actually a brand new glove. glove time. This is exciting stuff. I can tell you're all excited about this crystal work. The watch is running really well, by the way. It's 255 amplitude, 0.4 beat error, and just running well. So I'm going to put this in, and hopefully it just goes in. There we go. It's in. Little thumb mark I put in there, but other than that, it's not too bad. So that's in place now. And because I can just, it's not lever set right now, but or it's not set, but it's kind of 546 right now. So I can move this to 546. Just pull the lever set mechanism out like that. If I'm lucky, it'll come out. There we go. So 546. And I want to make sure that the hour hand clears the seconds hand. So look at that sideways here. Seconds hand is up a bit high. I might want to push that down a bit. Just a tad. Now, did that push that down? It should have pushed it down a bit. I think I got decent clearance there. I do want to push it down a little more, I think. But I don't want to put too much pressure on the pipe. I'll use the hand setter this time. Set down nicely. Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't think I've got a problem here. I'm looking at the clearance of the hands. I think the hour hand could probably go up just a tad. One way of doing that, you can actually use a screwdriver in the back end of the hour hand really carefully, but you don't want to mar it. And that can ride the hour hand up just a tad. There we go. Now it's clearing nicely. All three hands are clearing, if you can look at that. There we go. All three hands are clearing nicely, so I'm not going to have an issue with this coming around and accidentally hitting the seconds hand. So that's good. What did I say the time was? It's almost 10 to 6 at night. It's time for dinner soon. So it's let me look at my Apple Watch. So 5:48, 5:45, 6, 7, 8, and some change. There we go. And I'll screw this on, and somehow it's amazing how you can get little tiny marks on the face. Clean those marks up a bit. So again, thanks to Mark for telling me about this watch, but it's a very high-end Omega. So there's nothing cheap about this thing. So out there for Sonny Morehouse, he was guessing that it might be a copy of an Elgin or something, and that happens where you get, so you're not wrong, where you get a European watch that's actually a copy of another watch that would be a more expensive watch. So they did that, and even in Switzerland, I think they had people copying watches and then selling them into the North American market. I have one of those. I did a video on one a while back. Having a fun time putting the face on. Come on, face, get on there. There we go. And that's pretty damn good there. And I've got a cloth I sometimes use to polish with, and I can use leftover polish from the last time just to go around the circle here. And I don't want to polish it a lot. I use Peak to polish a watch, but I've got enough left over on the cloth that will polish the rim here, so there's no issue there at all. And I can also flip it around, so that's nice there. And I can give it a quick polish on the back as well. If I wanted to, I could put a really good polish on this, but it's a vintage watch, so you don't want to work too hard and try to remove too much of the gold-filled gold. So a small polish is not a problem like that. And this is a leftover cloth I have with some leftover peak polish on it. And so I can get a decent vintage look on here. If there were dents in the watch, I would try to take the dents off, but because there are not, polish the up here and over on this side too, and that just makes it look really nice. Nothing like a little bit of elbow grease to make something look good, right? And that glue will glue overnight, there's no problem, and the face is kind of snapped in there anyway, so that's going to be just fine, hunky-dory. That'll be hunky-dory. So I'll leave this watch sit overnight. I'll look at the time for tomorrow, what it looks like, and let me just clean the face up a bit. There we go. That's nice. Got something right there, I think. There we go. Handy having long fingernails. It's for guitar, okay? So that's pretty much it. That's the movement done. And again, this is a very nice movement. It is a vintage Swiss watch movement. And the name up here is not, it's a jeweler who took the Swiss movement, got the face made for the jewelry store, and there you go. And if you want to see the name of the jewelry store, you guys can research this if you want. So M.J. Roche, Cochrane, Ontario. M.J. Roche, Cochrane, Ontario. There it is there. The watch is all together and ready to be picked up by the owner and running in good shape. So for a very old watch, likely. So thanks a lot for watching my channel again, and I'll catch you next time.